Welcome to the MWM Project, the show that brings you the latest in all movies, television, and video games. My name is Riley, that is Ethan, and that is Nick. I didn't do that last time, so they yelled at me. But hey, before we get things started, just so you know, we are indeed giving away an Xbox One S. That thing is 500 gigs, brand new, and is easy to give away. It also comes with a vertical stand and a copy of Friday the 13th, the game. So we're running this through Gleam. That link is in the description. It's super easy to enter. Just so we clarify some things, one of the ways to enter is to submit a question, a horror-themed question to us via video, a YouTube video. If you're going to do that, make sure you do an actual question that actually involves what the criteria. If you don't, all of your entries are automatically deleted, and you are out of the competition. So make sure you do it right. You know, people are we've already gotten several like Rick rolls and whatnot, just what you'd expect.
We are checking.
Yeah, it's not just us too, like it's being validated. So make sure you do it right. I don't want anyone to get screwed out of the competition because you were making a joke or something.
Another note, this is international.
Yes, everyone asked that. It is indeed international. So, if you're somewhere else other than the United States, still enter because
we're talking to you, Australia.
Yeah.
We definitely forgot to mention that it was international every single time.
Yeah, so it is indeed international. So if you're from somewhere else, please enter and you get yourself an Xbox One. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into things, huh? Marvel's Iron Fist. We talked about it for a little bit last time.
Yep.
Said we're going to watch it. That has now happened. Let's review it. Okay,
right.
we were going to make a select episode for it.
Yeah.
We feel it doesn't need its own episode. It's pretty easy to break down right here. So overall, did we enjoy the series?
I think I liked it a lot more than most people. Mostly, it was okay. A little underwhelmed, for sure.
I agree. There have been reviews coming out that they were just pushing this series out to get to the Defenders. I don't know about that. It wasn't bad by any means.
Could have been worse, for sure.
Definitely could have been. It was a little slow. In my opinion,
especially in the beginning.
Yes. For a Netflix series, I feel that's okay. It's fine. After episode 1 was very interesting. The next couple episodes were so boring.
2 and 3 really dragged the story.
Agree.
So.
Yeah. It definitely did get better.
Towards the end, it started getting more, into the story of the first season, and just developing its characters a little bit more better, I thought.
Right. A lot of people, I did not watch Luke Cage, but a lot of people said that it started out great and really fell off and ended poorly. And for this show,
Luke Cage, that is, yeah, okay.
Yes,
yeah,
and for Iron Fist, they felt the series started out bad and then really took off about halfway through. The opposite of Luke Cage. And I can definitely say for a fact with my knowledge of Iron Fist that is what happened.
Yeah, especially when it comes to fight choreography.
From the beginning, I thought it was poor. I thought it wasn't that great. And then at the very end, I was like, okay, it's better than what it was almost,
You can definitely tell when they started to care and they knew that people would really be interested is those final couple fight scenes that you get. People are really more interested in those. Some people even watch the last episode only just to, get the ending and know what's going to come on for these next series. And, it was a little sloppy at first, but it definitely got better.
I didn't really enjoy the villains were kind of all right. I didn't care because it kind of... Yeah, it was. I won't go into spoilers or anything, but I didn't. It could have been more developed, and it wasn't that intriguing, honestly.
Yeah. Some other things I pulled from it. You can very much tell you are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Good.
They reference.
It's a good thing.
They reference the Hulk.
They do.
They also reference that one of the main characters hired a PI, a private investigator. And you can only assume that is Jessica Jones.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, another thing that kind of ties it all together is, her name was Claire, I believe, the nurse.
The African-American nurse that's kind of tied into all...
She's in Daredevil. She's in Luke Cage, and she's also in Jessica Jones. And it went over my head at first when they first introduced her. When they revealed her for the first time, it was meant to be this epic reveal, like, oh, yep, we're in the same universe. But I didn't get that.
She's almost like the Agent Coulson in the MCU, this Marvel Cinematic Universe, almost, you know. But she's the Agent Coulson that ties everything together in the Netflix series for the Defenders.
Right. Yeah. There were some production issues. And I can say again, the fight scenes were a little sloppy at first. I was really paying attention to this. I don't know why, but some of the ADR was awful. They were sitting on the steps, I remember, and they turn and they were looking at Danny Rand, and the other character, Joy, was talking, or you heard her voice. But the angle that it was at, you could see that her mouth was not moving at all. Her chin was not moving. It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, ADR is a really complicated process in general. So, especially when they had to push out a show pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense that some of the ADR, especially if it's like what you're referring to is like a rear behind the shoulder shot or over the shoulder shot. So that stuff happens all the time actually in film where they play the audio from a different shot, but they're still going to use the reverse over the shoulder.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, before I start discussing things, know that this is why I've been talking that much. I don't really enjoy the superhero shows. I love superhero movies. I love comics. I'm probably the only one here that actually reads comics a lot. So something about series when it comes to superheroes, I just don't like. It's now since I'm not a big fan of Daredevil or Jessica Jones, and that I'm not saying they're bad. Like I'm not saying that like I don't like them because they're bad. It's just I don't know. I can't get into those things. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. So that's why I'm trying to stay quiet. I don't want to be qualified to really talk about Iron Fist.
I think the reason maybe is because you are getting so much thrown at you. These series could be split up into 3 movies by itself. It's just so much. Each episode was 45 minutes to an hour. That's long. 13 episodes. I mean, I get it. And I mean, I'm not a Marvel fanboy. I didn't like the Avengers or the Avengers 2. I liked Civil War. I like Ant-Man, stuff like that. But I just didn't like the Avengers. So don't call us fanboys. There are definitely different aspects that we don't like about the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you like all the series, though, for the most part.
Yeah, I haven't watched Luke Cage. I've seen a little bit of Daredevil, but I love Jessica Jones. And Iron Fist definitely was not bad.
I will say, when you compare it to things like Daredevil, okay, and now I'm literally going for my technical aspects and what I see story-wise, because I don't really enjoy any of them. I don't want to say enjoy. It sounds like they all suck. That's not what I'm saying. I will say it is noticeable that Iron Fist is weaker than the other shows, and I understand the rating sitting behind on Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot. So I understand why people are giving it lower grades, but it's not a bad show, okay, by any means. But it definitely stands out as a weaker show than what we've seen previously.
And just like how like the Batman vs Superman was sort of rushed and stuff, and especially the scenes where they introduce the other members of the Justice League.
Oh yeah,
they just put it in there to establish the Justice League.
I'm sure we're gonna come back to that.
Yeah,
maybe.
I feel like this series was a little rushed and put out just to get the backstory of Iron Fist for the Defenders.
There's a setup, almost a little bit of a setup
for the Defenders.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And now that brings it to the next point. Do you think, not because of the bad ratings, that there will be a season 2 for Iron Fist because of the Defenders? It was left on a cliffhanger. Makes it seem like, and Netflix, who's going to tell Netflix that they're not going to make a season 2? Nobody will. There's a good chance. But do you think they will?
For Defenders or
for a season 2 of
Fist?
Iron Fist?
Yeah, there'll be a season 2. You know, I think it's enough. I mean, I think the Defenders will be good. I believe. I mean, I hope so. I mean, everybody hopes. But
yeah.
I think if the Defenders do well, which I believe it will, then it'll at least give every single character at least another season. For sure. Right.
Here's what this is where Marvel stands out from DC. Marvel doesn't make stuff. I mean, they intentionally establish shows ahead of time or movies ahead of time, right? But they never make something and then just let it go because they got to the film they wanted to get to. I mean, like we saw like Iron Man. They only had to have the first Iron Man, first Captain America, first like Thor
one each
before going into Avengers. But all of those films, I mean, we got a Thor Ragnarok coming. Iron Man 3 went through a trilogy, which we might get another one. Same with Captain America. We're up to 3 now.
Now, it's a little sidetrack, but the Hulk didn't perform as well as the rest of the Marvel movies. Is that the reason why there's only been one? They did it to establish the Avengers?
Technically 2.
But one is not. Are you saying Hulk or the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
Well, the Incredible Hulk, it did okay when it came to ratings. I get it.
It's the lowest. It's at 52%, I believe.
Yeah. So, but they are going back to the Incredible Hulk.
Are they? I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
because I know he is in
Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, Ragnarok.
Yeah, because Hulk is actually with Paramount, but that's why they can't make a film through Marvel because they don't own like the single rights to do that.
So is there going to be another Hulk standalone movie? Incredible Hulk?
I think the reason I imagine there will be another Incredible Hulk film. I think
down the road.
Yeah, I think right now the reason they haven't is because of the story of which they're telling. I mean,
doesn't need.
Well, it's not that it doesn't even need it, but it's not. You're in a position where a Thor standalone doesn't work. Like it doesn't make sense for the plot they're pushing for, like Infinity War. So once we get through Infinity War, I think that's the point you'll see another Incredible Hulk film.
You just answered my own question. I was going to say, so back to Iron Fist, do we need that second season? The first season of Iron Fist, I believe, will take place, but way before the Defenders get together. So a second season of Iron Fist wouldn't disrupt the story they're already telling with the Defenders.
Yeah, well, I mean, like
answer my own question.
The MCU, I mean, like they just. They did before Avengers, the main focus ones, and then Avengers, then they did the second one, which
Phase 2
take place, Phase 2. Then they're on Phase 3 now because they did Civil War and Doctor Strange and what's next?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So moral story, I think you're going to see another one. So yeah, I mean,
let's hope that maybe it was rushed, and that's why the writing was a little Yeah. And hopefully maybe for this next season 2, it was left on a cliffhanger. Hopefully this next season 2 is a little better.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, man. Out of 5 Mighty Fist, what are we thinking for Iron Fist?
5 Iron Fists?
I don't want to say Iron Fist. Copyright. All right.
I mean,
if I have to give it out of 5, I'm going to have to... I'll give it a 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. Yeah, you know my reasons.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, though.
How about you?
That's funny. I was thinking about 2.5 also.
Hey, man, that's okay if you want to say 2.5. You don't need to let him change your direction here.
I know. I'll probably do 2.5 also, just because, I mean, it wasn't, I remember I saw it before. I saw, like, the reviews before I saw it, and I was like, oh, because I actually was excited. I was like, man, it's an intriguing, different character that I wanted to see. However, it didn't perform the way I wanted it to, but I walked out of it thinking there's something here that if they continue this and fix things that I thought was not expressed throughout the first season, I think they can once they fix that, then I think we're good to go. So
and Marvel is very good at giving the fans what they want.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're actually listening.
I think they can fix it in season 2.
Right.
And they'll get a season 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm giving it a 2.5 as well. Iron Fist, like I said, it clearly stands out as weaker amongst other series, and I actually think that's the reason it's got such a low grade in the first place. I actually think that's one of the reasons we're giving it such a low grade.
Yeah.
Is because of the fact you're comparing it to other things Marvel has done,
and your major success.
Yeah, when you're comparing it to something so,
which we shouldn't be doing, but
yeah, I mean, it's just naturally going to happen. But I mean, I still think it's worth checking out, and I actually think it's crucial to check out if you want to move forward with the rest of MCU. So, hey, man. Iron Fist, 50% for us. It's about what is pretty consistent with what's going on with the scores recently. So, no mistakes there when it comes to critics.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next story, which is really about movie theaters in general. Mm-hmm. The story's been going around. I've actually been hearing it on the radio a lot, so that's interesting. So this has been a huge discussion for several years, whether or not we should be able to watch movies that are in theaters on demand. And
streamed,
like stream it,
whatever.
Yeah, so you could literally sit at your house and watch a movie that's in theaters currently is what has been going on. So 6 out of 7 our mainstream studio companies agreed that after 30 to 45 days after a movie is released in theaters, for the low cost, I think it's a low cost, of $30, you'll be able to just buy it and watch it at home.
Or rent. Is it rent or buy?
It's rent. It's rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you say how long for to rent it? Like 24 hours or?
Most things are 24 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of things are like you have like 36 hours to watch it, but then once you start it, you have 24 hours to finish it.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of rent.
So I know like iTunes they have rent movies and something like that. I don't know if it's 48 or something.
Yeah.
Around that though.
Yeah, $30. I mean, yeah, it's a $15 ticket for the most part going to the theaters, but for $30, I would definitely do that. You're not going out to the theater. You may not get the theater experience. Sometimes you don't want the theater experience. When we're watching horror movies, a lot of the times people in the crowd are either are not getting things that are being put out there, or they're laughing, or they're not appreciating it as much as, and it kind of ruins the atmosphere, ruins the experience sometimes.
I will say that seeing a movie in a theater atmosphere is so much more intriguing to me. I mean, especially being like the cinematic like freak that I am when it comes to stuff like that. But like, I understand, especially the theater that we go to that like we are like keen to going to. God, the people that show up, it's very distracting. There's always some noises and people screaming. And we go to see horror movies a lot. It's pretty much what I do. Okay, and in that environment, there's no people in there. It's nice. It's loud. You can feel the impact of horror, and that's something that changes everything. But yeah, if sometimes, first of all, some movies don't deserve that experience. That hurts. I mean to say that some movies just don't deserve that experience. Okay, when it comes to time, when it comes to being a critic, when you're not in a town or like in any area that has screenings, okay, it's stuff like that is what I would think about when it comes to this.
Just an example, we went and saw Split. And I can't remember the exact scene, but I remember the feeling. There was something that was said, and it was just so creepy. And it kind of gave me goosebumps how creepy it was, and people are laughing.
The scene with the younger kid.
When he's playing the younger kid, people laugh at everything he says. I'm like, that would be one of the creepiest things ever. This adult man has multiple personality, and he thinks he's a child, and it's not funny. But everybody in the theater's laughing, and I'm sitting there getting chills. I'm like, these stupid people can't appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think this is a genius idea. I actually love this idea because, well, first of all, it's going to happen no matter what because of streaming nowadays. Every, Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, everything is being streamed more.
Illegal streams, especially movies.
Pirate Bay.
Yeah, it's not hard to go find an illegal stream.
A lot of people don't think about also is, think about families. How much is it? Well, about 10 to 15 for a ticket.
Per ticket.
Let's say you got a family of 5. That adds up really fast, right?
And then you got to get them all in the car.
Get them in the car. You got to think about dinner, snacks, popcorn, etc. That makes one night like over $100 around.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
But seriously, then what you could do is just spend $30, sit at home. You'd be saving money. It would be more relaxing for the whole family instead of getting everybody go somewhere. That's where I see it could be very beneficial.
That's seriously what's one of the main arguments. You are like, people are like, well, it is $30 to pay for, which is more than a movie ticket. But by the end of it, I mean,
depends on your circumstance.
If you're going on like a date or something, you no matter what in this situation, you end up saving money.
Unless you're watching it by yourself.
That's true.
Then you're spending maybe a little more.
You save gas money.
Yeah, really.
I mean, we had to travel quite a ways to get to movie theater.
And another thing is, a lot of people have very nice speaker home media setups. Like these speakers right next to us are amazing, and we could get somewhat of a theater experience right here. We got the TV right there. We got these big speakers. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe. I mean, you're saving your trip. Maybe you're antisocial, and you really don't want to deal with people, like me.
It depends on the people, if it's worth it. If it's worth spending the $30 instead of a $10 to $15 ticket, or depends on your circumstance, whatever.
I would think. Here's the thing. I think there's 2 major cons that come with this. One, man, seeing a theater atmosphere die out, like if that ends up happening, it would kill me. All right, so like it's kind of the same thing when you saw a blockbuster die out, you know? Like, that's like your childhood. Being in film and, like, that industry, that is something really special to me, and that's something I don't want to see die out. The huge key here, AMC is going to lose so much money. Any movie theater area
company,
unless they get behind it and they are the ones hosting.
Yeah, that's an option.
That'd be the only
if they try to
option
take a cut of it, like, because studios are not losing money, they will make money off of this, like a lot more probably, because your audience rate should go up. The AMC is the only one that's really dying there, is because, I mean, popcorn sales and whatnot, like, they make so much money off of concession sales. So when that's taken out of the question, you're in trouble.
You're gonna lose a portion. Yep, of that.
I mean, a good portion. They're gonna lose a lot of money if this continues to push forward.
Yeah, I sadly I don't see it not pushing forward. It's gonna push forward. You know,
it's
especially for us,
especially with 6 out of 7 studios on board.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. And you know, we're probably gonna do it. We're gonna try it out, I'm sure, because now when we can just pitch in $30 and we can all just sit here and save a little bit of money.
Yeah.
If there's a good movie that I want to see, I'm going to theaters.
Right.
If there is a movie that I find weaker but I still wanted to check out, that's when I would put this into effect.
Yeah. Like maybe with that horror, but Rings, we really didn't want to go out, buy the ticket, sit there for $30. I still don't know if I would want to see it. But like Logan, for example.
Yeah.
We're interested. We're kind of interested, but we just don't want to. We don't want to go out and see it.
Right.
But when it comes to the Pirate Bay or some other service, we will definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a really good idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's good and bad, just like everything, you know, with ideas and et cetera like that. I mean, like say bad weather. You want to go see a film, but you know you drive. You're a little bit away. You can't do that.
The amount of times we almost died driving to a Star Wars movie.
Because of Star Wars.
Star Wars is the Force Awakens and Rogue One have both been in December, and the both days we decided to go.
Those damn December release dates.
It was a blizzard both times. We were going 30 miles an hour in the 55s. We were going so slow because the weather was just so bad, and that can be a factor. Now movies aren't losing money because of bad weather. That's another thing. If AMC were to take a cut of this, I feel like that is the direction they have to go.
Right.
Yeah.
One last major point that goes with that before we move on. Okay, the 30 to 45 days after release is really, really key right now for AMC to stay alive. If that changes, and I bet it does in the future, to day one release at home, they are screwed. They're shutting down. I guarantee it. AMC will shut down.
Unless they're running it. Unless they are behind it.
I don't see how they would. I don't see how they'd get that.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, only time will tell.
Yeah. So, hey, let's go and move on then.
All right, next topic.
Next topic. This is the big one today, huh?
Oh yeah.
The new Justice League trailer just came out. Okay, it was 2 minutes and like 20 seconds or so. Yeah. Now, when it comes to DC and movies, they just have been so not even hit or miss. They've just been straight missing.
Again, we're not fanboys. We can appreciate good films.
I want them to be good. I want them to be good.
Exactly.
Yeah, this has look. Disclaimer, this has absolutely nothing to do with us liking Marvel movies.
No.
It is because DC just can't do it. I don't understand why they just can't figure out the formula that is superhero films.
Right.
Yeah.
I love the Batman trilogy. The Dark Knight trilogy is fantastic.
Agreed.
And there are some good hits in there in between those films, okay, that DC has done well on. But let's look at Suicide Squad, the thing that was supposed to kick things off and make it great again.
Bring them back.
Technically, bring it back more to Batman vs Superman.
True. Yeah.
And I've said it before on a previous podcast. I just watched this episode. DC has the nerve to come out and whenever they make a bad movie, poorly written movie, say, "Oh, the fans just don't get it. The fans just don't get it again. The fans just aren't just getting it this time also." Really? Like, are you? I've said it before.
Sounds like they're the only one that gets it, supposedly.
Yeah, I've said it multiple times. DC movies are just poorly written. Character development is awful.
Oh,
and Move on. you take over before I get up frustrated.
All right, now let's go. Let's actually focus on this trailer.
Yeah.
We see some major things. Okay, we start finally getting good looks at Aquaman. We're getting good looks at
a lot more Aquaman.
You know, like Cyborg. We're getting good looks at the Flash. So we're seeing those characters. Wonder Woman, of course, is in there.
The team.
Here's what the trailer isolates down to. Okay. Batman and Aquaman are butt buddies. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. They're supposed to seem like they hate each other, but
love hate relationship almost.
But I feel like because of what we've seen of Aquaman before this trailer, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Aquaman's a badass." Yeah. They're like, "Okay, we'll show a lot of Aquaman." And of course, everybody loves Batman. Where was Superman?
Listen, I'm glad they didn't show it in this trailer. Okay, but what pisses me off about the way they're promoting this, look at the picture behind us. Why the hell is Superman on that picture?
He should not be.
This is an official ad. Okay, I didn't just make that in Photoshop. Like Superman, spoiler alert, he died. Okay, like
he died in Batman v Superman. Yep.
He should not be back this film. They're just
not
too
that
powerful.
fast. Not that fast.
This is another reason why DC isn't working right. The marketing. I could be a better marketing guy than this guy. Don't show Superman in the trailer. Don't put him on any of the posters. Don't do anything. Say he's in the movie. He doesn't show up until halfway through.
Well, he's confirmed for the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at
like they shouldn't even have done that.
Look at The Force Awakens. Mark Hamill was the top build. He was not on the poster. He was not on anything. He was not in any of the trailers. Where's Mark Hamill? Spoiler alert. He shows up in the last 2 minutes, minute and a half of the film.
Minute. I give him like a minute and a half, maybe.
Yeah. That was perfect marketing on Disney Star Wars' behalf. That's what they should have done with this. Don't show Superman at all. At all.
Nothing.
If he shows up halfway through the movie, maybe more than halfway through the movie.
No one knows.
That would have been perfect. And no posters, no nothing. Put his name on the poster, and then everyone says, "Where's Superman? Where's Superman?" Now we got to watch it. Where's Superman? Got to find him.
Yeah, I mean, they got to find something to bring people back in, and they're just not. What they're doing right now, man, you watch this trailer, and it's so cringeworthy because they're trying to take the Marvel formula. They're trying so hard to hit that fan-loving Marvel formula. And the comedy, oh my God, the comedy.
It's so riveting. It's
so
awful.
bad. Listen, I know I'm probably upsetting DC fanboys, and like I'm just telling, they're just not. It's not there. We thought the Suicide Squad trailer looked fantastic.
I thought that was the one. I was like, that's it.
The first two trailers I saw from the Suicide Squad trailer are in my top 5 movie trailers of all time. They were so well done, and I cried a little bit when Suicide Squad did not live up to the expectations.
Yeah, I was upset.
So a great trailer became a bad movie. What are the odds of a bad trailer becoming a good movie? It's not.
Ghostbusters 2016.
Shut up. I don't even. There's certain aspects. First of all, I don't think the trailer is really edited all that well.
No.
They tried doing. They came back to the really cool like rock song type theme that they've been running with for a while.
They had Come Together by the Beatles.
Yep.
I don't know who was singing it though. It did not. It sounded like the Beatles, but I feel like it was a cover.
Yeah.
Something around that.
But like they're sticking with that formula, which has really been working for them trailer wise. This one definitely is not even close to Suicide Squad formula,
No.
The jokes that come from Batman are weak. The jokes that come between the awkward relationship between Batman and Aquaman are weak. Wonder Woman didn't really say anything in particular, but the fight scenes that are choreographed are weak. Cyborg looks absolutely useless. His CGI uniform he's got going there doesn't look good.
I don't even like his uniform. I don't like the outfit I don't like his... I don't like it.
Here's where I think DC misses. Marvel has a lot of writers and creative directors that are fans of comics and Marvel comics. I don't think DC is, 1, listening to the fans like Marvel does, and 2, I don't think they know what we want in a superhero movie. They're just saying, oh, let's try this. Oh, it didn't work. Deny that it didn't work. Do it again. Now, oh, look at what Marvel's doing. Take that. And let's do it whatever way we can. Hire me. Hire us. I just feel like, that marketing strategy, DC, take my marketing strategy. Take it.
Just run with it.
Take it. You can have
We
it.
want you to be good. I love, dude. Even the Justice League comics, love them.
Yes.
Have all of them. Seriously, if I want this movie to be good, but DC in the cinematic world is just missing so poorly, and this looks like another huge one.
Right.
Yeah.
If this movie fails, man,
Do they reboot the whole DC cinematic universe? Their cinematic universe? Do they have to? Because they've had what? That'd be the third miss in a row.
Should they? Yes. Will they? No. Probably not.
no.
No, they're going to keep running with the money.
You know,
These films are making money, and that's what keeps them making them.
the runtime hasn't come out for this film yet. Obviously,
It's going to be over 2 hours.
Well, it better
It has to be.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
one of the reasons this movie's not going to be, in my opinion, it's not going to be good, and the reason Suicide Squad wasn't good is because when you have to develop, let's see, when you develop 6 characters in one film, that's hard to do, damn near impossible.
But that is also why they came out with Batman versus Superman, so you could develop Batman and Superman more in there. That's what Marvel does. They develop their characters before they bring them together. And if there's somebody new that comes in, they develop them a little bit, and then they get their own movie, like Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther's getting his own movie. We got a little backstory, which was but now he's getting his own movie. When you watch
it was enough for the movie. It was enough for the film.
Right.
To get it.
And I feel like now DC, instead of doing Batman, they don't have to develop Batman anymore. They got to redevelop Superman because he died. If Superman shows up in the first 5 minutes, like, yeah, I didn't die. LOL.
I think it's fair to
Back in
compare. I think it's pretty much required that you need to compare Justice League to the Avengers, okay?
You have to.
And when you're doing that, all right, look at all the movies that came out before the Avengers to make it work.
5, right?
Yeah. I mean, we already had Thor. We already had Captain America. We already had Iron Man.
2 Iron Mans.
Two
already
Iron
had
Mans.
two- yeah.
2 Iron Mans.
2 Iron Mans.
Iron Man.
So,
Although Iron Man 2 was basically to set up almost a little bit of the Avengers.
But DC needs to put out Justice League because they're already how many years behind the Avengers?
they're trying to
original
catch up,
Avengers?
though. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to
Exactly.
play catch up. And
When did Avengers come out?
2012.
2012.
2012. They're already
Best year of my life.
so far behind. And now, how many, if they would make a Aquaman movie, make a cyborg movie, I don't know how well that would go. Just watch Teen Titans, the original on Cartoon Network.
I mean, one can only think that's going to happen in the future, that we're going to see these movies. But, like, same with what they're doing with Suicide Squad. Like, we're getting a Harley Quinn movie. And maybe
I don't think we need a Harley Quinn movie, first of all.
I think we need a Harley Quinn movie, personally.
I think
Not
we
yet.
I think we need
at
a Harley
least.
Quinn movie. We need a Deadshot movie. And we definitely need an Aquaman movie.
Well,
It just should have happened before Justice
James
League.
Wan James Wan's directing the Aquaman movie.
Yep.
And that's they're working on that. Yeah.
And I feel like they should have made these movies before the Justice League, but they're trying to play catch up.
I know.
I don't know. It's just, it looks like a movie that ultimately is going to fail. Okay, and now comparing to the trailer, I mean, I'm seriously, honest to God, go watch this trailer and then go watch Captain America Civil War trailer.
Oh my God.
Compare them and realize why this movie doesn't look nearly as good.
And if this movie turns out to be good, we
I'll-
will own up
I will
to it.
happily
That's
eat my
fine.
words. I have no problem with that.
I want to.
But we
all
haven't
want
been
to.
wrong yet.
Now I want to. DC it just scares the hell out of me. Anytime they release something, anytime that more news comes out from DC, it just has not.
Well, they've been having problems. With
the Batman.
They pretty much took off Batman because of Affleck issues and directing and story writing. They pretty much have to redo that entirely. We got that.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash had what was it, 1 or 2 directors that hopped off and off of that entire production itself. You know that. You don't think that kind of is the public sees that and goes, man, they aren't doing that right, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Red flags everywhere.
I mean, we've been discussing this for a while, and we understand that. It's just when we rant forever. The last time we ranted about a trailer like this, guess what it was? It was Batman versus Superman. And guess what happened? It
were right.
failed. It was horrendous.
Oh, God.
Suicide Squad, we were wrong. and we know that.
Yeah, we said it looked good.
We said it looked great.
Man, it was terrible.
Dude, that trailer was so
terrible,
good.
But
Oh, I love that.
It didn't live up to the trailer.
No.
Let's hope this lives up to the trailer and can still get a 50% on Rotten
yeah,
Tomatoes.
please at least live up to the trailer. If you're underneath the trailer, you're in bad shape. Because
Transformers. They make good trailers, except for the last trailers that they put out.
No, they don't.
Dude,
Shut up.
I have liked the trailers other than the upcoming movie, but the movies are
all right. That's a bad
god-awful.
comparison. That's very. Okay, ultimately what we're saying is we don't think the trailer looks all that great for the Justice League, and we at this point, we did end up getting a decent Batman vs Superman trailer, and it made us like, oh, maybe we'll get a chance here. So please, God, have this happen for this. Give me some hope. Go back to the cutting room floor and let's see a new one come out. Because
if not, call us. We got some great ideas. We can help this.
Stop. Just do your own thing. Stop the Marvel formula. The awkward cut of the music and then go to a comedy joke that's always in the trailers. Stop. Why?
God.
Like you didn't used to do that, and now you do, and they look shitty again.
It's awful. When you don't laugh at the joke that you were supposed to laugh at, that's a problem. I feel.
Also, when you can see the joke coming,
I'm miles away.
Yeah, we were literally watching trailers like, oh, here comes a joke, and then the music did what it does. Then there comes some stupid Batman joke.
But and then they did it again, and it was Wonder Woman. I'm like, oh, is she gonna make a joke? She was like, let's go. I'm like, oh, gosh. I was expecting a joke.
I hated the joke from Batman v Superman, the trailer where it was like, she with you?
Yeah.
I was like, are you serious?
I thought she was with you.
I couldn't even. I was like, come on now. God
DC, please, for the love of God, start over.
Let's recollect things.
Again, it's not because we are Marvel fanboys or anything.
Marvel's not perfect either. No,
exactly. As we stated before with Iron Fist.
We're not fanboys of Marvel, but they're doing it right.
They're doing it right. Yeah, that's the thing.
One last point because I wanted to get to this earlier. We were talking about Superman and how he's not in the trailer. If you're gonna put him in the trailer, do it like Marvel did with Spider-Man.
Yeah, you barely got anything.
The first two trailers, we didn't see a thing of Spider-Man, and then we got one shot, and that was it.
That literally made everyone go, wait,
Spider-Man.
Because we didn't know, because we knew, okay, there's this new Spider-Man. He's getting a Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay, gotcha.
Little cameo.
And then all of a sudden, boom, there he is. He's in Civil War. And everyone was just here's my money.
Holding Captain America's shield. You're like, I'd never see this in a million years. Oh, my God.
What's up, guys?
That's what needs to happen with Superman. So next time
they have one more trailer to do that, though. This is their second trailer, I think.
Yeah, so for the next trailer, let's just consider.
Just reveal Superman at the end for 2 seconds max.
Yeah.
And we can appreciate it. We will definitely review the next trailer on here.
Mm-hmm.
And
if it's good, we will happily eat our words. Not a problem.
Want to.
Okay. Yeah. Good God, let's quit ranting. Let's move on to 5 and 5. All right, Nick, start that timer. First in 5 and 5 is Spider-Man Homecoming, huh? We got some new posters, okay?
Yeah, like 3 new posters, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and Ethan doesn't like them.
I don't. I think they're too, almost like animated or something, They're too, I don't know.
Yeah, they're a little over the top when it comes to CGI, I'd say. Yeah. But I think that's...
I think that's their goal too.
Yeah, and then what they're doing with the color palette they're throwing on there is very bright and
very.
It's supposed to be like the comics.
Exactly, which is why it looks so.
Which is why I'm okay with it.
Yeah. There's something crazy here. It doesn't judge any of the movie at all.
No.
I love the trailer. I think that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But the posters are a little weird.
I don't hate. I don't think they're bad. It's just I don't know.
They're different. Also, I don't understand why they released 3 at the same time. It just seemed kind of unnecessary.
Yeah.
But hey.
Yeah.
They were all right.
Yeah, they're all right.
Hopefully a new trailer soon after Guardians, but...
True.
Probably,
yeah.
There will be, because Marvel. But speaking of Marvel...
Hey, Chris Evans, huh?
Yeah.
So he is talking about returning as Captain America after Avengers 4. Okay, so this is like the end of his contract. Avengers 4 is the end of his contract.
Yep.
And, originally we thought he was going to be done. Like that's been a rumor forever. Like, oh, he's done. You know, and then
because I know he talked about how he wanted to do like passionate projects afterwards because his contract's over and just do that and afterwards.
And with Civil War, you know, we may not see him for a little while. Maybe that was a time to either let him go or bring someone new in.
Yeah, after the Avengers.
Yeah, that's why when Civil War happened, we figured either like he was going to die or Robert Downey Jr. was going to die as Iron Man.
Because I've heard both of them don't want to
continue.
Yeah.
So I think he's finally figuring out that this is his passion,
and the money's there.
Yeah, the money's there. This is what he was meant to do, so he should stick with that.
Yeah. I think he's gonna kind of fall back a little bit, just like Iron Man or Tony Stark has. You know, it's more of like a side character. You know, a little bit more, but.
Yeah, I mean that's why the Winter Soldier's there in the first place.
Right.
So hey. He can leave if he wants to. It's okay.
You can do what you want to do.
All right, next 5 Power Rangers, huh? It was just beaten in the box office by Beauty and the Beast. So keep that in mind as we move on here. It's flopping, man. It's got a 44% Rotten Tomatoes right now, which was pretty shocking. Ultimately, it just looks like a cash grab.
That's a lot of reviews have been kind of saying.
When was the last Power Rangers movie?
Never. Right.
I don't know.
Well, there have been Power Rangers movies.
Yeah, not like this at this level. No. I was mixed about wanting to see it, but definitely seeing the 44%. I'm not too.
If this movie were to be on demand at home, I probably would get it.
$10 each. You want to go?
$10 each.
That's 15. Oh, 10. Oh, 3. There's 3. You pointed at me. All right, let's move on in 5 and 5. Brad Pitt. It looks like Brad Pitt is going to be Cable in Deadpool 2.
The concept art for Cable in Deadpool 2.
It's perfect. Oh.
It is Brad Pitt.
It straight up is Brad Pitt.
It is Brad Pitt.
So I mean, it's still a rumor at this point.
No one knows anything.
Yeah, but it's been hinted at consistently, and it seems like the concept art is like right on Brad Pitt's look.
Yeah.
So to say that it's not him would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
But hey, he's doing a lot of work right now. World War Z 2 is pushing forward now.
And another rumor was Hopper from Stranger Things, the sheriff. He was also rumored to be Cable too.
Okay.
Wasn't Mel Gibson even?
Yes,
a little bit,
I believe he was. Yeah.
I don't think anymore.
Mel Gibson.
I don't think he's in it anymore. But yeah,
that would be awesome. All right, next last topic here for 5 and 5. So Disney, we know, owns Star Wars now, and at this point, they are looking to go into 2030s already. Okay, they already have Star Wars movies planned into the 2030s.
For like the spin-offs and trilogies.
Yeah,
wow.
that's
it is 2017 right now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of movies.
They got Han Solo next year and
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, I heard rumored.
Yeah.
I want to see an Obi-Wan one personally.
I bet there will.
I want to.
Yeah. And then we're already confirmed through episodes up to 12.
Yes. Continue on with their trilogies and.
Yeah, so you have to realize that's already several years, okay, and then there's a movie in between each one. So
I'd like them to take a break from the trilogies, like, you know what I mean, just like how they did kind of for this trilogy that they're doing right now.
Oh, I wonder if they will do that.
But the money.
True.
I don't know. Maybe
I'd like them to.
But if there's going to be a lot more films, I don't know what they're going to do if they even can take a break.
Yeah, I don't know. It's intriguing. I can't wait to see.
I mean, I'm excited for it, but it does scare me that it's planned that far ahead in the future.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to video games, which today we only have one topic because we've already ranted a long-ass time, and that is Call of Duty, what seems like World War II. 2017 Call of Duty has leaked images. Now, it really just came down to one banner, which is the banner you see behind us, and it will be on screen as well. We're finally going back. We're going back to the ground.
They said about a month ago, they did say they were going back to boots on the ground, back to its roots. And then what was it? Yesterday, they actually did say, hey, we are going back.
Yeah, and then they officially hinted at World War II then, and then today these leaked images came out.
These came out yesterday.
Well, yesterday. Yeah, so it was right before the images came out, they said that they hinted at a World War II, and then this happened. So the images are, they're pretty World War II-ish. It's what you'd expect, right?
Yeah.
But then after that, it's just steelbook designs, which I thought was interesting.
Some of them were really cool.
A lot. When you get these official image, and it's obviously fan made. Obviously, it's just a picture or the case cover. These are steelbooks. There's multiple designs for steelbooks, which not a lot of fake users generate.
Yeah, and also I even if let's say these are real. Okay, let's go with we're at this point we're saying it's real because they haven't come out and said they're not
No,
right?
There's been no comment on it.
So you would think that they're probably real.
Yeah,
I would say.
So let's just say that they are at this point. Let's say that they're real. Okay, and we're just gonna lock into that. Why are there so many steelbook designs?
yeah.
It's
Is that because they're still in concept art? So they're like still like seeing what they want to go with?
Yeah.
Or is it because there's going to be a whole bunch of different limited edition designs when the game comes out?
It could be both.
That's a bad idea on their part if they did that, because now these big time collectors now they're gonna have to pay for each of the 4 steelbooks, I believe. Three steelbooks, four steelbooks. There's 4.
That's confirmed.
So I mean, I feel like that's a bad. It's cool. I get it, Call of Duty, if this is real at all. But then again, now you're limiting yourself because someone's gonna want all of them. But then they have to pay probably $100, $100 for each one, unless there's a bundle. Unless unless that's not the case. Maybe they are just in concept art and they're trying to figure out which one they want.
Right. So other than the actual art itself, let's talk about what World War II really means for Call of Duty now. If you don't know how Call of Duty works when it comes to like Activision is that they're on a 3-year cycle between Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, and Treyarch. Okay, so Black Ops, that's Treyarch. Your Modern Warfare series, Infinite Warfare, that would be Infinity Ward. And then Sledgehammer's only done 1, and that was Advanced Warfare. So we're back to Sledgehammer right now, and the fact that they're the ones that got World War II is surprising to me. Now, of course, we don't know what 2018 and 2019 lie, but I think I'm surprised it's not Treyarch that took the World War II title, especially because of Nazi zombies in general, even when it comes to their zombie play.
But Call of Duty is failing miserably. There was a report that came out, I don't even know if we talked about it on the MWM project, that they are down sales tremendously because they keep going into the future, and the fans say, we don't want to go in the future. All right, we're here now, okay? Now we're going to go 100 years in the future.
Yeah, they keep going in the future, and I don't like it.
Now maybe Call of Duty, Activision realized we're fucked if we don't go back now.
The thing is, when it comes to these 3-year cycles, what happened? I mean, when the first future game failed, right? When that happens, when Advanced Warfare failed, they're already in cycle. They can't go back. So there's like Treyarch and Infinity Ward already had their games in development and ready to go, and they all agreed to go in that 3-year future cycle. So when they saw Advanced Warfare, Advanced Warfare did okay, but that really it failed ultimately.
And Black Ops 3 did okay too.
Yeah, at least at first. Okay.
Yeah.
So when they see that, and then it's like, oh man, you can't go back.
But I feel like that's the reason they realized they probably had this ready 3 years ago. They realized, okay, Advanced Warfare is not doing too good. Oh crap, Black Ops 3 isn't doing very good. Oh, now we're going super far into the future. We're going to do the COD remastered, and that's what saved them for another year.
Temporarily.
Because Infinite Warfare is awful. Watching it competitively, not bad. I could not play it.
Yeah, I never even tried. Horrendous, especially like multiplayer. Zombies, you could sort of get through every once in a while for a limited amount of time. The multiplayer, it is so bad. I hate it.
So it makes sense that they said, hey, if we don't go back in 2017, there might not be a Call of Duty 2018.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. That could have been the death of them officially. So this is their one chance to fix the brand that they have been making for so long, okay, and keeping it alive. Now, World War II, I think it's a perfect place to go. It's something everybody has been wanting to see. And really, it's just weird to me it's Sledgehammer. I understand it because if you're going to do it, it should be 2017, the first year back in this trilogy, or in this 3-year cycle, because like they need to jump this year or they're screwed. But yeah, so Sledgehammer, when it comes to games, their multiplayer is solid. It was just there in a future setting, so it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Now, what does this entail for zombies? They had exo zombies in Advanced Warfare. It's clear that it's probably going to be in this too. It's going to be interesting what that entails as well.
Probably not exo zombies, of course. It's going to be
Well, it was called Exo Zombies Advanced Warfare.
But that was because you had the exosuit for Infinite Warfare.
Right,
You know
yeah,
what I
no.
mean?
So it'll still be like, I still imagine
A
it's
form of zombie.
zombies.
A form, yeah. It'll be set in World War II, which is where actually the first zombies didn't it?
Well, yes, Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies, kind of. You know what I mean?
It's tricky. It's very tricky.
I think, for me, as just a consumer that enjoys playing Call of Duty, I haven't in a while because I have, like many others, don't care about the future so much. You know what I mean? They started jumping in the future. What was like Black Ops 2 that you kind of got the first glimpse of?
Yeah, 2025.
But Black Ops 2 was still one of the best Call of Duty.
Black Ops 2 was still,
multiplayer-wise.
Yeah. And then Black Ops, what was it, Infinite Warfare, and then Black Ops 3, and
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare. And it's just, people are getting tired of it. You know what I mean? They want to go back to the roots almost. You know what I mean?
We skipped Ghosts.
And oh my God, Ghosts.
There's a reason we skipped Ghosts.
There's a reason.
I was like, wait, I'm forgetting one there.
So really, Sledgehammer gets Call of Duty World War II, and I mean this, of course, it's not we don't know for sure, but it sure does look like this is real.
It's not confirmed, but it's not denied.
Yeah, exactly. So, yay, nice. Call of Duty World War II. Thank God.
Maybe I'll buy Call of Duty again.
Yeah.
Me, yeah, same.
Yeah. Also, coming this year will be another remastered Call of Duty.
You think so?
Yeah, I can. Yes, absolutely.
Which one? Sledgehammer has not remastered Advanced Warfare.
I'm almost 99% sure that it's Modern Warfare 2.
I heard somewhere that they weren't doing that.
I don't know,
but
we'll see.
We're just gonna have to see.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's gonna be it for the MWM Project today. Editor, roll that outro. Thanks for watching this episode of the MWM Project. Click that box right there to check out last week's episode.
And make sure you check out our other podcast, Slash and Cast, which covers all horror news by clicking that box right down there.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe circle right there and never miss another episode.
With all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.